It is reborn, man. I'm just gonna say it's just reborn, man. What is Gucci, Mano Cheese? Welcome to the Half Court Podcast. Give everybody that's been listening or watching our podcast, big shout out to you guys.
Me everywhere we rapping half court. You know.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. What is Gucci, Mano Cheese? Welcome to the Half Court Podcast. I'm Darwin. We got AV the Interrupter. I'm thinking about that shit on my way to work, and I'm like, I need to find a nickname for AV.
AV the Interrupter?
Yep. That fits perfect, man.
I like it.
Yeah, but without further ado, man, let's get this episode rolling. Stevo, man, welcome to the Half Court Podcast, man.
What's up,
We
man?
appreciate you coming
What's up,
through,
fellas?
man.
I'm a pleasure. This is my honor of being here, being part of the movement, you know.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
It's a movement, man.
Yes.
Y'all got a movement going on, and yeah, in a way, man, y'all put it on for the city.
We appreciate
for
that.
Sure.
I didn't think it was going to be this soon because I'm like, for the longest, we've been wanting to have you in the podcast and stuff. So it's we do appreciate you coming through, man. One of the OGs of the game, you know, the barbering game. And
yeah, real shit.
Salute.
Yeah, bro. So kind of talk to us about that, man. For the people that may not know, you know, how did you get started in like the whole barber game and
Man,
how were you able to take it to the level, you know, that you
where I'm at
right now?
right now? Because if you don't know, by this point, you're kind of living under a rock, but you cut the Thunder, right?
Right.
You cut the squad up and, you know.
Not the full roster, but, you know, I got my three-headed monster, as Hector was saying at the shop, you know, Noel, Nerlens, Baisley, our rookie, and I'm doing Nader, man. Shout out to Nader. He balled out. I don't know if they won today, but I know he put up 13 points, and he was part of the big run. They're playing the Nuggets today, so, yeah. Them three, man, and, you know, it's all about having that 1 foot in the door, right, and getting both feet in it. Not just staying with 1 foot in, but getting both in it.
Right.
And the way it started, man, is I started cutting one of the player development conditioning coaches.
Yeah.
And I guess they like the way I left this cut, and word of mouth, that's the best
Customer service.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, by far, man. You can be passing out cards and whatnot, but, like, word of mouth, that's where it's at. That's the stamp.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And so, to answer your question, man, all this started, bro, back in 02, 03.
02, 03.
Yeah, 02, 03.
Yeah.
How old is a young head chop at this time?
12, you know, barely hitting puberty, you know, going through that stage.
So your barbering career at 12 and old?
No. Where, like, I picked up my clippers, where I said, all right, this is what I'm pretty good at it. Might as well, let's see where it takes me. That's where it started, 02, 03.
Okay.
From the first day I picked up my clippers, started cutting my own hair. People were like, man, who cuts your hair? I like the way it looks. And myself, what?
But how old were you at that time?
12.
12 and 03.
I'm from 1990.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so I was in high school. I played baseball, cutting up the teammates. And as time went on, man, I was getting closer to graduating. I'm a Pelham City Original alumni. So 08 came. That was my graduation year. Then I'm like, man, I got to come up with some. There's not, you know, after high school, life's different. Life will swallow you up, chew you up, spit you out. So I had to come up with the way, with the hustle to make my own money. Mommy and daddy, they're not going to be there. So then from 08, that's really where it kind of like.
In your opinion, going back to the high school thing, how do you think, or what would be the best as a parent to kind of prepare your kids for that high school, like, I guess a phase of dream, or I don't know, you know, like, because in high school you're in that fucking honeymoon phase of, like, you know, fairy tale and this and that. Once you get out of that shit,
cut those little motherfuckers off,
and you cut their wings, and they're like, oh shit, this is.
I think that would be a good solution, like, just kind of like make them more responsible, pay shit, make them fucking.
So when your kid, is time for him to do that, like, all right, graduate from high school to go now to college and face real life, what are you gonna do to prepare him for that, like? So he won't get slapped in the face like, oh, shit.
Yeah. So, life is beautiful in high school because you're getting babied, pampered, you know. You really don't have a taste what life really is, the concrete jungle. And so for me as a parent, and my parents, they didn't, well, my pops, he told me, hey, man, you got a talent and you don't know it. Keep sticking with it and it's going to pay off. And so that's what I did. But for my 3 boys, man, it's kind of tough, man. That's a tough question. Just kind of giving it to them raw and uncut, you know, organic, you know. Have that talk. Have that talk with them about, you know, partying, drugs, all that, man. You got to give them to how it is, man. And from there, the people they hang around with, that's kind of who they got to watch out for. And that's what I'm gonna tell my kid, my oldest, because he's gonna set the tone for my two other ones,
right?
You know. And as of now, I told him he's legit he plays baseball, and so right now that's my main focus is molding him, because baseball's not that. See, it ain't teaching him about just how to be a competitor. I'm teaching him how to compete with life. You know,
how to handle conflict.
Exactly. You're gonna fail. You're gonna fail. Which life, it's about failing and getting up. Getting up. Don't give up. Get up, and you know, lick your wounds and just keep pushing. Keep striving.
No se agüite, dice mi pa. No se agüite.
Straight up. And so for Cruz, man, that's I mean, when the time comes, man, that it's gonna be up to him.
Right.
Like you said, I gotta clip his wings. He's gonna have to dig in and what's
it
better.
out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just like we all did, man, because life is different after high school, bro.
Yeah,
and if it wasn't for God blessing me with the gift of, like, you know, grooming people and, you know, making them feel good.
So what made you like, because you were playing baseball, why didn't you continue with that? You just didn't see it like going to the...
So I was, for those that know me, man, I was a real talented baseball player, man. Me and my older, baseball ran in our family from my grandpa to my pops and my older brother, you know. And as I started growing up, back to when I said about my kids hanging around with the wrong people, I got lost in that phase where, like, I was too busy trying to, like, be cool, fit in, trying to get all the girls, trying to, you know, get all the laughs, trying to get the cool points. But see, now I look at it and I'm like, man, that shit's overrated, bro. That shit is overrated. So for me, man, I don't know.
When did you start thinking like that? That shit is overrated. Like when did it hit? That it was just like
I was about I think I was about to have my first cruise, my firstborn, about 21. I was 2 years already out of high school, and I was already, you know, I was already getting seasoned. You know, I was raw at that time, so I was still trying to find my rhythm. Like, man, I got to strive. I got to keep pushing forward. So, like, to that point, I kind of had to mature a lot quicker than most. And that, back to when I was young, 12, 13, I was hanging around my older cousins. They were 20, 21, so I was peeping and I was soaking up a lot of game, bro. For real, I've been around it all, man. From, you know, being in the trap, you know, with the trappers, being in the streets. That's why I say it's overrated, man. But to each his own. And I know one thing: I'm not gonna be able to baby my 3 boys their whole life. So there'll be a time to where, like, y'all gonna have to make y'all's decision. I'm not gonna be there. Yep. I'm not gonna be there to, you know, there's peer pressure does exist. Yep. I'm not gonna be there to make those decisions. But me as a father, I gotta right now, bro. I gotta mold them to what I want them to be. Unlike me, and, like, you know, I was a talented baseball player, man, and I just my mind, my physical, I had it, you know. My mind,
mentality.
Mentally, I
was watching a boxing video yesterday, and that's what they said. Because Mike Tyson made this dude quit. This white dude from, like, I don't know, he was big white dude. Second round, he quit. Like, everybody thought that physically he was capable of probably maybe putting him on Mike Tyson. Hell no. After the second round, he said, "I'm done." Walked out of the arena, bro.
Yeah.
So it was like, that's real shit.
So the mental, physically, all right, I have what it takes to become a professional baseball player, but the mental, that's where you lacked as far as
you started going to the, like, cool shit.
Yeah, that's where I started. Man,
distractions.
Man, fuck practice, man. I'm shit. I got talent as it is. I don't need practice. Shit, let me go over
where
here.
the bitches at?
Yeah, and let me go kick it over here.
Man, and that's the hard part of it. It's like saying, like, with as big as your dreams are, it comes with the sacrifice. And that's what it comes down to, like,
exactly,
all right, rather, are you going to go and hang out with the cool people or the hoes or whatever? Or you're going to skip that and go to practice? Because it's a sacrifice. And as a kid, most of the times where it's like, you got to make sure that you get them into, like, your sons you got to make sure you get them into them loving the sport. That way you're not overworking them, that they know what the sacrifice is and what it takes,
exactly,
you know?
Exactly.
So, yeah, like, that's what Alex was talking about, like, the sacrifices of not, you know, being...
And then I think, too, another thing I see is you have fun with him. So he's, like, enjoys doing that shit, you know. So
And it's a
that
good
has a
father
lot.
and son bond too.
That has a lot to do with it. If he wasn't enjoying it, he'd be like, man, nah, fuck this. But he's obviously having a good ass time.
Yeah, there's one thing I love about my son is I don't have to nag him or like get on his ass to like, come on, man, let's get your glove. Come on, let's go do some drill. Man, he'll, Daddy, come on, come throw me BP batting practice, or come hit me some monster pop-ups that he likes to call, and all right, you don't think that's gonna light a flame under me? That's what I was, man. That's what I did, bro. So why would I hesitate to, fuck being tired? Yeah, I'll be at the shop till like 6, 7, cutting about 15 heads. I'm not tired. That being tired is out the window. That's that adrenaline, like, of excitement.
That fuels you.
Yeah.
That gives you that extra energy that you need to complete your day and get this shit started.
Oh yeah.
How do you keep that balance, man? Because it's like you got a family to feed at the end of the day, but you also got to make sure you keep your family engaged.
Right, man. It was, man. To be honest with you, it's hard, man. Well, it was hard, and the reason why I say it was hard is because I wasn't mature enough to accept that role. Like, I picked the barber life over them in a way, to where like I'm 30 years old, and not too long ago I started realizing, like, you know what?
It was like a wake-up call type.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. And this quarantine lockdown thing that we had, it was a
wake-up.
Yeah, a wake-up call, bro, to where, like, I don't know what I was doing, man.
And kind of, like, explain that. Like, you chose the barber life over, like, explain that a little bit more.
All right. So the barber life, I had this mentality of, like, I didn't choose the barber life. The barber life chose me. And I say that because the young head chopper, I was all about barber battles, being in the limelight, being in the spotlight, vibing, getting fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Just going out and about. So as I started getting older, I started getting tired of it in a way. Like, damn, I'm tired. Like, I'm tired of waking up.
That shit hurts.
Man, head hurting. Oh man, I got an appointment at 8.
You end up showing up like a dead cat, like just all fucking.
I think that's the side AV. That's the side you should come with your content. No, the side that people don't see. Because look, me, like, I always thought, like, just being a barber is your own boss and this and that, which it is, right? But then on top of that, the other side is like, you have that freedom, which causes you
about 2 o'clock, Roy's going to get the bottle away.
Right, exactly. So that's the part, like, okay, that other side is like the freedom kind of drives you to this place of, like, all right,
it's hard to, like you said, peer pressure. Like, sometimes it's like everybody, you see everybody having a good time, vibing and shit. You're like, I'll take a beer, bro. I'll take a shot. Next thing you know, you're fucking 5 shots in. And
and see, that another thing, having 3 kids and having my beautiful lady, my anchor, she's been with me through the mud, man. Like, for real. Like, I got into some legal trouble, and she's the one that was right there, man, holding me down. And if I didn't have those blessings, man, I'd probably be the same chop, to be honest with you. I'd probably still be doing the same thing. But like you said, it's a balance right now, and I found it, bro, during that quarantine, to where, like, I was at home, where, everything was shut down. Everything that
you couldn't go to the shop.
Yeah, everything that we thought was important wasn't really important.
Then you, in that moment, you realize, oh, this is what's really important. It's right in front of me the whole time.
This is what.
Yeah,
what
it's right in front of me the whole time, and it's that's crazy. Like, that is, that's what I'm saying. Like, it feels like to a certain degree, the COVID thing was also like a blessing in a way, because you realize shit that you didn't. Because we were so distracted by life and fucking living it.
Facts,
like,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Like,
it kind of put us on timeout. Like,
no, it really did. It was a big
too hyper. Like, sit your ass down.
Big time.
We get busy, just trying to figure out life and shit, where we just, like, get sidetracked by the stuff that really matters. You know what I'm saying?
And then, like, especially, how long have you been in the barbershop? Like, you said from the high school, that? Like,
well, my first barbershop was Lalo's. Shout out to Lalo Martinez, man. Lalo Salon off of, that's where I started, man, right here on the south, man. Southwest 30th, I believe.
Yep.
And
like
Western.
Yeah. Where Vaso Rojo's at now.
Right. And before that, I was at two trap spots or whatever. And
underground shit.
Yeah, some shit hit the fan, and I got spooked, and then it was a little wake-up call too, man, at that point. And I had to rebrand because I was born and raised on the Northwest, from like Northwest 10th to like 63rd. So that's where I was, and then I'm like, damn, I gotta figure something out. So then I heard about Lalo, went over there. You know, I told him, hey, I can cut hair. You know, I'm 19, 20. Yeah, 19, 20. He's like, all right, well, right now we're not hiring. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. So as I was walking out, he's like, wait, do you have any pictures of your work? And I showed him some designs and some of my work. And instantly he was like, when can you start? Like, tomorrow? I'm like, today. But nah, I started the next day. And I was there for about 2 years with Roy. Me and Roy, we've been like
killing shit.
Yeah, man. We held down the South back in like 09, 2010. And then to be back in the South, that's a big blessing in the skies, man, for real. I love it. It's like,
there's a full circle.
I wasn't born and raised in the South Side, but like South Side, that's home to me. I've been in the South for 10 years, 10 plus years, so yeah, it's good, man. The food is good. Oh yeah.
Southside is special, man. It's definitely it's a unique vibe.
The cool thing about being at Lalo's is that at the time I feel like there wasn't a lot of people doing those type of haircuts, so everybody went through there. Like if you wanted a fade with the edge up and the blade and all that shit, like you had to go to Lalo's. So it's like it was
designs.
There was a lot of culture in there. Shit.
A lot of culture, man. That's the era where the designs were popping from like 07 to like 2012, 2013. That era designs were, everyone wanted a design. Yeah. It wasn't a cool haircut if you didn't have a design. Yeah.
That's the thing of beauty, man. Learning the designs and especially if you think about it like on top of your head. Somebody says like, give me a design, or
it's art.
Art. Boom.
Yeah.
You know. Damn. So like you transition into that wake up call during the COVID and the quarantine, and how did you, going back, like how did you start, like how did that even happen with the Thunders, like the Thunder players, and like you?
Before we go into that, can I ask a question about what we were talking about?
Yeah.
Back when you were in cutting in the trap and shit, would you say you were being stubborn to a certain point?
Yes, sir.
Like you were like, fuck a license, fuck it, I'm getting this money.
Yeah, and that's what it was, man. I was too busy living too fast, bro. That was the last of my concerns, just getting my L, because I was getting money and, you know, I was doing what I wanted to do, you know. But then, like I said, man, I started, things happen for a reason. And I feel like if a situation happened to where like, it kind of like, it's, you know, it made my crew kind of like, boom, kind of separate to where like, like,
made you uncomfortable.
Yeah, we got to go our different ways. And from that point, that's where I made that transition and had to rebrand. Because I got the name Head Chopper when I was like 16, 17.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
Bro. Yeah, so that nickname, that's...
I thought that was a fading up thing.
No. Head Chopper was established way before fading up.
Okay.
Yeah. It was given to you.
Right. And that's why, like I told David Vargas, shout out my boy David, man. A real nickname is given to you.
Right.
You can't come up with your own nickname. You feel me?
Real shit.
It don't have that stamp, that organic stamp.
Yeah.
So, the Head Chopper, you know, my name was established around 2006. So, I was 16.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So, basically, you're in the trap, and then you go fucking start working with Lalo. At what point do you meet Scissorhands?
So, after I left Lalo's, I went to this salon called Flori's. Shout out to Flori, because she gave me an opportunity. And I didn't have my credentials at that time. I didn't have my L's. So I'm kind of under the table, you know, hiding from the board and whatnot. And so I was there for about, I'd say, 2 years. Scissors, he's opening up a shop. And J. Poe, man, Poe's the one that kind of like middleman did, because he was like, Scissors was like, man, I need a dope-ass barber, man. Like, I need some barbers, you know, to start, you know, filling the shop in. And I was like, Scissors was like, well, can you get it or not? Can you get any barbers? Or Poe was like, man, my barber, Stevo, he's down the street at Flori's. That's whenever Sis came in. That's the first
See, that
time,
shout out to Paul, bro. That motherfucker does shit for the culture. That
Paul's a real one, yeah.
Like, for
him
free.
and Pablo, yeah. Him and the dude named Pablo, man. They're the two that linked up. They were the links that connected Head Chopper and Scissor Hands. You know, from that point, that Scissor Hands came because I was upstairs at Floyd's. I don't know if y'all been there, but yeah, he goes up, and that's the first time that I've ever. Well, no, the second time I met him. The first time I met him at the Thunder Arena, whenever I used to work with him, but. Yeah, he's like, man, what's up? I got a spot for you, man. You got your L's? I'm like, nah, I'm working on it. He's like, man, I can apprentice you and I can get you your L's. Man, that was like a home run, bro.
Say less.
Say less, we're out.
I didn't even think about it. I told Floaties, I love you and I appreciate you for the opportunity. But like I said, man, in life, you have to, there's progress, dude.
Right,
and
right.
If you're not progressing, dude, what are you doing?
Exactly.
You know?
You just can't. You can't be on that comfort zone. You got to like
cannot.
find something that you get like. Yeah, like doesn't matter what the situation is. You got to find that next step.
Straight
you know?
up, bro. Baby steps or whatever, big steps, whatever you take. It's not a race. It's a marathon. And then this is one thing I'll tell the young barbers, the up and coming barbers, man. Don't rush into getting you thinking, man, I need this clientele like that, or I need to get a barbershop like this. Nah, man, patience. One word, patience. That patience is key, and just stick
exactly.
with
And
it,
AV
man.
can tell you that because AV was like, I want to get my shop. I want to get my shop.
It don't
But
happen.
then he had to sit back and like look and be like,
well, I tried it and I was like, yeah, fuck this.
yeah, you know, sometimes you have to do that, you know, because a lot of like young barbers might be in that mentality, like I want to get my shop.
Bro.
It's possible, but you got to be in the game first, right?
Like, you gotta
get seasoned.
You gotta
Exactly.
crawl before you fucking run or walk or whatever. You
Right,
know?
exactly.
You got to
Yeah,
crawl
baby
before
steps.
you walk.
Yeah,
then you
bro.
can sprint or what. But
Right.
remember, it is not a race. It's a marathon, man. Like Nipsey said.
Perfect your craft first,
Yes,
right?
sir.
You
Yes,
know,
sir.
so that's
Yes, sir.
that's what it really goes down
Yeah.
to. Man, that's crazy. Like, once again, shout out to Paul, man, because like even for us to think about it, he was on our 4th episode. And we were fucking still figuring the shit out with the podcast.
Yeah.
And he came through. We went to his
Microphones
house.
falling and shit. Fucking.
Man, Paul, he's, man,
Yeah,
10
man,
years,
so-
10 years solid, man. Me and Paul, man, we're like this, bro, and that's my big homie right there, for
Hell
real,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
And he's probably, the one that got me at Fading Up, and from there, me and Sis got this bond that it's unbreakable. So here we are, 2020, bro.
Yeah.
You know.
So
Here at Fading Up
about
Southside.
it was like what 2014, 2013 to like 2015 is when it was like booming, huh? Like
When it was booming, it was from the first year, 2012. It was
So when-
we were getting up and running.
In this location, it was at the Northwest, the first.
it's right there where Twisted
Twisted Mind.
Minds.
Okay,
is
so
at.
that's where you got
23rd.
recruited, and
That's the Mecca. Yeah,
that's the Mecca, huh? That's where it started, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so it
There's some rich history in that
yeah.
building.
So
Man.
talk to us about that, man. Like, what was the experience there, and like,
Oh man, it was unreal, man. It was amazing. Then you know how they say sometimes you wish you could pause time.
and just go back and
Because all the fucking hitters are there, bro. Everybody, George, fucking Sway.
Ruben, Ruben is one of the cleanest, dopest barbers out there, bro, for real. And it was, you had under the one roof, you had, like AV said, Roy, Ruben, Sway.
It's kind of like what is going on over here, but back then, like the
Right.
first gen.
Yeah. It was man, it was unreal. But just the vibe every weekend, it was a party, man, kicking it, you know, having fun, living life, dude, for real. And that's probably one of my favorite era of like Fading Up. Whenever we transitioned to 50th, it was still dope, you know. Shout out Cam, Cash Addict Movement. He got his own brand. Mac, Stev, Bo, all of them, Trey. They were solid, man. But Fading Up 23rd, that was like
the golden era of
man,
like,
oh yeah.
That's what made it. Like everybody wanted to be in that motherfucker. It was crazy.
and it was always popping too. Like,
Popping, bro.
That parking lot was like it was almost impossible to fucking get in there.
Dude, we had every Friday night, we call it Turn Up Fridays.
Yeah.
Just with that name alone. Yeah, I don't got to go into details, man. But it was turned up on a Friday night.
damn,
yeah.
that's crazy. So in that process, going back to, you move from there, y'all go to the 50th location, right?
Yes, sir.
How long were you there?
From 2016 to 2019, 19 of this year. No,
Yeah.
2020 of this year.
Yeah, because you
My
moved
bad,
from
my
there
bad.
to
Yeah.
February, right? Is when we
yeah. Okay.
And so George, shout out to George, man, my brother, bro, Dayla. He Supreme started around the time, like I think he went April or May, around the time that we just moved to the 50th spot. So George, you know, I'm gonna go do my own thing. Boom. Supreme is popping. So we were there till about me, Roy, and Hector all moved February of this year. So what, 4 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were there 3.5, 4 years.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, man.
De La Tapes, man, that's crazy. He
Oh,
did his
yeah.
own thing too.
Coldest Barber,
yeah,
man.
shout out to
Coldest
him,
Barber.
man.
Yes,
and
sir.
it's crazy. A guy, you know, that has his own barbershop and stuff, and like he supports us heavily, man. He was the one that came up with
He a
us.
real one.
Yeah, with the sponsors, like, hey,
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
should do sponsors and this and that. Like, yeah, he's a real one, man. I can't wait to have him back.
For sure, bro.
Yeah, so
You know, me and him were roommates.
You were?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, he never
Oh,
mentioned
yeah.
that shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what's
yeah.
up.
We were roommates, man. Back in when I was single for about 2 years.
Yeah.
And you know, he was like, man, I got an apartment, 1 bedroom, but I don't mind
Make
you
it work.
coming in. Yeah.
We can make it work.
So his lease was about to come up, so we were like, you know what? Let's find a crib, you know, rent, you know. And yeah, I think, man, what was that 2014? I think that was 2014 when we linked up. I was 23, I believe, 23, 24. But me and Dayla, we were cellies for like 2 years, and man, that
It was a movie.
Them years, oh yeah, it was fun. It was fun, man.
yeah.
It was fun. We really got to know each other. You know, that I don't even consider him a friend. That's my
a
brother.
brother.
That's my brother, man, for real.
Yeah, I think that's something we should do, man, is just like keep supporting each other and stuff. Because I see, you know, you have the season. This is the second person that wears season. And I got to shout them out because they've been doing their thing. Like, I've
It's
been
obvious
seeing them out there.
They're doing it the right thing because
Exactly.
everybody's
I
wearing
see
it.
people. I see
Young
people.
Chop, shout out, big bro.
Who's behind seasoned?
I think there's 2 or 3 that
Yeah.
are behind it, but I know the Young Chop. He was with he was a rapper. Poe knows him. I met him through Poe.
Oh,
Yeah, through
I think,
presidential
Trap House.
Yeah. There you go.
I remember Jay Paulo, the guy that did all of our
Yeah.
graphic design. He said that during the time they were popping, he was like, "That was my best years, bro," because they were feeding him work, bro.
Yeah. Hell yeah,
Yeah.
man. So now being in the South, the vibes are there, but your mentality is different because you're not doing the thing you used to do, which is like,
He moved
Party.
on over from the wicked side.
yeah, the partying and the late nights. You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
Yeah, you said you found that balance as well. But now talk to us about, like, how did the Thunder thing happen, man?
All right, so let me see what. So Willie Cruz, he's
Well, by the way, there's actually a picture that AV was showing me. It kind of looks Photoshop. Is it Photoshop?
What is it?
With KD?
the
Oh, it was a commercial, right?
The
You guys-
commercial.
Is it a commercial?
It's
Yeah.
a commercial for the Thunder, and
No,
what was it?
For the Nike, for his Nike shoe. Yeah, it was. There was a casting call, and I got picked. Me and Sis got picked for Nike.
Shit.
Shout out to Nike, man. They cut the check too.
Oh, shit. It's not like, you know, like, oh, just show up and you'll be, you know, at least you get to see Kevin Durant.
Stop playing, bro. Stop
They
playing.
cut y'all a
Nah.
check on top of that?
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
you did you get to
a little
talk to?
a little over. It was like 12, 13, about 1,300. But man,
Shit, to be in a commercial? So
bro,
lot.
man.
Yeah.
But look, that when it comes to filming, it's my
Intense.
yes, and shout out to every director, every producer out there, because I seen it, man. From like,
I do want to be
Now
in a
you
movie
seen the whole
set.
production, big
Bro.
production,
Ooh,
niggas
man.
carrying cables.
Talk about
and-
patience. Yeah, you got to be very patient. And the shot that you
When did this
think
happen?
is perfect, nah, let's redo it. This
Cut.
happened 2015.
2015. This is for
Like
Kevin
2015.
Durant's signature shoe, right?
Right. I think the year before he left.
Yeah.
When did he leave?
16.
15. Yes,
Bitch
sir.
ass.
Yes, sir. Hey, man,
I'm
but
going to fight him real quick.
man, they were like,
Skinny ass.
out of everyone, man, I got lucky, man. And they were like, I guess they liked the way I look. They put all
You fit the
description, yeah. So they're like, we want you here, and I'm like,
bro, you might as well start fucking doing that for movies. You might fuck around and get a.
For real.
Yeah. I mean, if the opportunity comes, same,
why not? Right.
Same with have a lot of people that have been hitting me up. Man, bro, why? I thought you wouldn't get picked up to the bubble, the Orlando Barbershop bubble. And I was like, nah, man, I'm not. There's other barbers out there that are killing me. I only cut 3 Thunder players. That ain't enough, bro.
But man, I seen somebody talking shit about Westbrook's haircut the other day. Like,
yeah, I don't know who got him, but yeah, we got to do better.
Certain players, certain NBA players.
We might have to get rid of that motherfucker, man.
We got to do better than that, fellas.
So talk to us about that experience, because like one of my things, like I would like to be behind a movie, like just to see the process of it, because it's a lot. I don't want to do a fucking movie. I want to be behind it and just take notes and do my creative shit. I'm never gonna like do. I feel like it's just too much. It's just too much.
Okay, so there was Zach LaVine, Greek Freak, and KD. And I don't know, where Pink Parrot is at?
Yeah.
Right across, there's like an abandoned parking lot. You know, it looked trashy, but the way they hooked it up, bro, was like it didn't feel like we were in OKC. It felt like a New York vibe, you know, like a street baller type court, you know?
So they set it up. They was like a set.
Yes, and they had the big ass scoreboard on top.
For all we know, bro, that budget that they had were probably like $2 million or something.
Yeah, I mean, if he got 1,200 just for being like,
man, bro, check this out. Because I was it took about almost 3-4 days. So during that time, I started. I'm a people's person. I like to talk, bro. So I was mingling, chopping it up with the directors. You know how much the cameras are worth, bro? $500,000.
Oh yeah.
That's when I said, oh man, it's the real deal here. Hey man, let me do my role, because I'm not trying to get kicked out or none. They said if you bring your phones, if you act weird, funny, you're out.
Yeah, you're over here like it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. You're like,
oh yeah,
sir, yes sir.
Oh yeah. In that picture, I know what picture y'all talking about.
Yeah.
I'm like catching, because he was it was this play, and KD, he was supposed to go crazy and fall back on his chair, and I was the one that they picked to like catch him. I should have let him fall, huh?
Bro.
We didn't know back then, man.
I know, right? If I would have known, man. But that experience, bro, it was like you said, once in a lifetime, bro.
Right.
He played it off well. He pulled a Paul Walker on us.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'll be like, fuck. Like if I get chosen to fucking be
you would have been perfect too, because you got your whole,
you look like a Puerto Rican.
I guess I don't know what that has to do with a Nike commercial, but fuck, I guess. Shit, they're hiring Puerto Ricans. That's the thing, motherfucker.
No, I mean, they probably like with Stevo. They're probably like, we need a Mexican in this motherfucker, because there's a bunch of Mexicans that want to relate to that shit. So if I think if I look at Stevo and I'm like, oh, I kind of look like him, it makes me feel a little better.
Yeah, no, for sure. So you're catching KD as he falls back, right? That's got to be crazy, man.
Yeah, it was, man. Him and Randy, one of his homeboys, I think his manager. Yeah, they were there, and DJ Kilo, shout out Kilo. He was the one that was on the ones and twos.
Man, it's
shout out JB too, because JB was on the set too.
Yeah.
He got picked. Yeah. JB, man, keep
so
doing your thing, bro. So
they did a good ass job at picking people around the city that have.
Well, they had a casting call.
But on how was the casting? Like, how was the?
Oh man, I had to act a fool, man. had to yell, and like they said, all right, this play happened. They'll see how you react, and yeah.
Because they kind of want to see your acting skills. They want to see the energy.
How many people are watching you?
How many people?
Yeah, on the casting call.
There was a table full of like 4 directors, or I don't know, producers, or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
Talent scouters, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, they put you on the spot, and basically you got to act a fool in front of them. And if they like what they see, they feel the energy. You can feel the energy, bro. Like, man, this dude's got it.
Yeah.
We need him part of this commercial.
Yeah.
And me and Sis, we passed.
So, you guys know how to like be fans of.
Right. And it's all about being yourself, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a sports fan.
That's what it really comes down to.
I'm a sports fan, man, for real. Like, I mean, it ain't hard.
Because I hadn't experienced the game day at the shop, because right when we got in there, they basically we had just started, so we didn't really. On Saturday there was a Thunder game, so it was cool because I got to see like they turned the music
see how
off,
it is?
silence,
Yeah.
fucking
Exactly.
throughout the whole game. Everybody's
That's
like,
that's the barbershop culture right there, man.
Yeah,
Sports is a
and everybody
must.
already knew like
Sports
heck
is
was
a must.
the moment of silence.
Yep, it's like
Oh yeah, when heck, yeah.
like you have to be at least like my main thing is the basketball, but I feel like I try to keep up with other sports just because I love sports, but I just don't have
What's your
time
favorite
to
sport?
Basketball, NBA.
Okay.
Like that's my shit. Like
You don't like baseball?
That's why it's half court.
You look like a ball player though. You never played baseball?
nah.
because he's Puerto Rican, bro.
Well, Puerto Rico baseball is a big thing
Hell
over there.
yeah,
So it's
Cubans,
like-
Puerto Ricans, motherfuckers.
Hey, and look, bro. I got a 7-year-old, talented, well-rounded ball player, right? But see, I get a lot of, man, he's going to the league, man. He's a future man, bro. That I appreciate that, but there's so much talent around this world, especially in the Caribbean, bro. And shout out to the Caribbean, bro. That's the MLB's full of Latinos, bro. When it comes
Dominicans,
to Dominican,
Puerto Ricans,
all that, bro.
Cubans and shit. Yep.
They're taking over.
Yep.
Mexicans aren't really that.
It's
There's-
kind of hit or miss. You
Right.
know, U.S., yeah, they're putting out like Mike Trout, Bryce Harper, my boy Andrew Heaney. Shout out to Heaney. We played together growing up. He's the Los Angeles Angels ace. Other than that, it's them Caribbean boys, man. So I know there's a 7-year-old out there that's killing my son right now.
Yeah.
Straight up. I'm just calling it how it is, man. That's how it is. There's a lot of talent. And the door is so
Thin.
little, bro. So thin, bro. To like
It's-
at the same time, politics.
It's all mentality too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mentality. That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
it comes down to too. I just feel like there's something, rather it's rigged or not, because AV likes to think it's rigged.
What, sports?
Yeah.
Well, I was watching somebody on the Joe Rogan podcast. I forgot who it was, but they were saying that a lot of athletes have bad gambling problems. So they'll be in the casino and then they'll fucking like run up they're in debt basically. So a lot of times they're like, it's easy. I can just say drop the ball and so they can win bets and shit like that. So when I heard that, I was like, damn. So who knows?
Well, one game that kind of were two actually when Pacquiao got robbed by Bradley. I don't know if
Well,
y'all
I can
recall
see
that.
it in boxing.
Right,
I
that-
can see that, for example, Mayweather maybe came up to a couple of fighters that he thought
Well,
could
no,
beat
that
his
dude was
ass.
saying that it was every sport though. He was like every fucking these athletes have problems. They're fucking.
What about the Falcons and Patriots? Patriots came back on that ass when they were down by 24, 26, somewhere around.
Yeah,
that
see,
line.
I remember that Super Bowl.
Like-
Like I was like, whoa,
You know?
how does that happen?
Then you have the Seahawks and Patriots
And then
on the goal line. Instead
and-
of giving the ball to Marshawn Lynch, they throw it.
What about
like,
that foul against the?
But see, I'm all
that
good.
foul against the New Orleans.
I understand because I used to be
interference.
Yeah, that was a hard one, and it
just
was a
like
no
that.
call.
So I see what AV.
like I used to be a WWE fan. I know that's just fucking fake, but it was
I
still
think we all,
fun.
bro.
Like, it was
I grew
still
up on
fun.
that.
I think
you know?
I think we are. But then again, like
Like it still takes a crazy level of athleticism to do what they do, regardless
But-
if it's rigged or not.
But I feel like, look, a lot of people like to say sports are distraction. Look, at the end of the day, I like to see it as a good time. I like to see it as
Yeah,
like
for
my
sure.
way of escapism.
And it's a
Like,
culture, bro.
I'll hit
that's,
you up.
that-
Hey,
that's some real shit
right
there, bro.
I'll hit you up. Hey, Steve, well, let's go to Buffalo Wild Wings
That's
and
some
watch
real
this
shit.
game, this playoff game, and like
Gives
chop
you
it up.
Gives
Right.
you something to look forward to, man.
'Cause-
Yeah. Escape.
Exactly, bro. Because right now in this world that we're living in, there's a lot of bad, evil, corrupted shit going on, bro.
Yeah.
And like he said, man, sports is kind of like
It brings you
like,
together.
like
you
kid,
know?
you see
Oh,
the
yeah.
kids screaming and
yeah.
everybody have. Well, you see adults acting like kids when they're in the arena, like just going crazy. So
And
yeah,
then
it's awesome.
when it's a game-winning shot, you're like, they're like you losing your shit,
Man.
and then you're like, bro, like I've gone to the games where it's like, I don't know the people around me, and then when they hit a shot, boom,
Bam,
boom,
high
what's
five.
up, bro? Like, damn,
Yes,
you saw
sir.
that shot, like,
Yes, sir.
that shit is like, to me, it's like,
But
fuck.
what always would get me is whenever my dad would take us to the Red Hawks games, we wouldn't know who the fuck they're playing. We wouldn't know the players, nothing. But it was still a badass time. Like just being in the
Just, man,
field,
vibing, bro.
the
Yeah.
fucking hot dogs and, funnel cakes, all that shit.
I feel like that's why one of my ultimate goals is to just like be able to afford courtside seats. That way I can just fucking chill and like.
How much are courtside seats?
Yeah,
Arm
you
and a
gotta-
leg, you know what I'm
you gotta,
saying?
you gotta drop some bangs.
You gotta, yeah. I want to get to
unless
that
you're
point.
plugged in, you know. Unless you know
Yeah.
you got a homeboy that's a season ticket holder and he's on the wood, you know.
But they're yeah. I don't think even if you look up, like if you were to buy the tickets, you look up like Courtside, it's hard to find them. Like most of the time,
It's all the
they're
Chesapeake and all the.
Yeah, it's all about who you know, man.
I think it's all,
about
who you know, the connections you have, and shit, what kind of power you have too. Shit, you can move shit around.
That was one of the crazy things about the fading up on 23rd, huh? That so many people went in there that it was like you said, it's all who you know. So in there, it was like shit connecting everywhere.
Yeah, so on 23rd, man, you didn't know who was gonna show up that day. Like,
even now, like at the South Side, that's kind of how it is. Like you didn't never, but there it was on steroids. Like it was like just. Poof.
Yeah, it was man, them gold days for real.
What are some cool motherfuckers you've met in the shop? Like you were like, holy shit.
Let's see, Joe Mixon, Shaq, man, he's a big.
Yeah, Shaq
he's a
came down
jokester
here.
for real. He'll rag on your ass in a heartbeat, bro. Yeah, Shaq's a real one. He keeps it 100. Like he will. I walk in, and he's like, "Oh, look at this French Montana looking ass."
Ah.
I was like, all right. Yeah.
You got jokes?
Yeah, you got jokes. Shit, man, he's so massive, bro. Like that's probably in my lifetime. Well, whenever I used to work for the Thunder, their inaugural season, you know, they had I had a kiosk where I was printing jerseys, customized jerseys. But Shaq is probably the biggest human being I've ever been next to, bro. Like, and I got a picture too.
Because not only is he tall, he's just massive, bro. Like he'll probably fucking with one hand will cover your whole head and shit.
And
if he slaps you,
yeah, bro,
you're done.
That's what I was thinking. I kept looking at his hand like, damn, just him slapping somebody.
That's got to be a weapon at that point.
Like a damn shovel, bro. Just
Kobe. Well, I don't know what Kobe was thinking when he fucking. He said he fought with him.
Yeah, Kobe. He
that's a weapon, bro. That hand is a weapon. Like,
and just like his forearm, his elbow, his bicep, just massive, bro. And like, yeah, I would not.
He probably couldn't even fit on the fucking chair, huh?
Yeah, it looked kind of funny though, because he was just bulging out of it, bro. His legs, he dragging on the floor.
Yeah, how do those happen? Like Scissor Hands finds those, or like they kind of just call?
Scissors, he's well connected, bro. Like it's stupid how connected he is. It's out of this world, bro. How
tilt the mic a little bit, right there. Yeah, that way it can. Yeah.
How plugged in he is, bro. And so when you know a A-list celebrity comes in town and they need to get groomed up, boom, down. Scissor Hands gets the call, and
Scissors is the first.
Yeah. From there, and Scissors, man, shout out to you, man, because he be throwing alley-oops to his barbers, you know. And I mean, God brought him into my life for a reason, bro, and we haven't looked back. He always likes to call it how Dr. Dre discovered Eminem.
Yeah.
He kind of says, man, this is my Dr. Dre and Eminem
situation.
Situation right here. You know, I found me a young go-getter, and yeah, we
created some shit.
We created some shit, bro, where like it's indescribable, man. It's
basically like a culture of its own with the whole fading up thing.
Yeah.
And it's different in every shop, like Norman, Tinker. This one's different, but at the end of the day, it all comes from the shit that y'all did way back over there.
What I love about the South Side, fading up South Side, it's more of our culture because it's right in the
heart of
bro.
what they call Little Mexico, like
of the 2-9,
the 29th, you know, like
straight up.
The no chemical land.
Yeah, we got to find some dope ass artists. I know there's a lot of talent out there that we're trying to put some murals of like Selena or you know, Chalino Sanchez. You know, the icons, the Hispanic Mexican icons. You know, an Aztec pyramid or
where at?
The calendar, right there at the shop at Fading Up Southside. Yeah. Because we have
the walls inside.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Give it that vibe, man. Give it that look. Because Fading Up Norman, they're like a OU kind of, you know,
vibe. Yeah.
Right. Tinker's more like the, you know, shout out for, you know, everyone's, you know, that's the troops, you know, fighting for our country. But it's more of a like the Tinker feel, you know. And this Fading Up Southside is, you know, the You know, that eagle with the snake in the middle, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck said we need a Selena. You know that's everybody's low key crush.
Oh yeah, because of her.
Everybody.
Yeah, because of
Man.
her. She made J-Lo. Come on, man.
Yeah. I remember, and it's like, man, what could have been? Like, it's those kind of questions where it's like, she was killing it. You know, she was killing
she
it.
was
Like,
gifted for sure.
and it's crazy of the short of because she died at what age? That she got murdered at.
She was young as fuck,
Man,
bro. But
she
she
was
was
able to.
20s.
She was able to establish that.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe 19. I
19.
think she was young.
Man,
as
we need a
fuck, bro.
Jamie.
But for real, yeah, that she started like it was kind of like a Michael Jackson thing, though, huh? Like the dad was like, "Come on,
Yeah.
you fucking on tour, even though you're 12 and shit."
Yeah, I mean the movie says it all. You know, I mean, could those be facts? Yeah, you know. But then again, like, man, it's just crazy how like wasn't it her manager that killed her? Or, you know,
there's some crazy lady supposedly.
She was obsessed with her, basically.
Man,
that lady.
and see, that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes your circle, you think your circle is tight, but little do you know, it's coming from within.
I think the
You
thing
know?
with that, it was like that lady was so obsessed with her that she did like everything to get around her and shit. Like, so she was like
Obsessive.
crazy shit.
Yeah, it's just crazy to me. It's like mind blowing, just the fact that like in this like how young she died and how she was able to establish that legendary like
In
it
that
doesn't
short
matter.
amount of time.
It doesn't matter what you say or think. She's a legend. Like she just
Most
like
definitely.
especially in the Hispanic community. It's the same with you know who's Walter Mercado?
Walter Mercado?
Yeah. Don't tell me y'all didn't see.
I know who it is.
You do you know?
Nah.
Bro,
you never
the guy-
seen
Walter Mercado.
Primer Impacto, the nigga that reads the cards?
Yeah, it
Like
Pisces.
he's sitting on a
En tu
chair.
vida te voy a llegar.
Yeah. Oh man.
Every look.
Yeah, me and my lady just seen his
His
documentary on Netflix.
Yeah.
They stole his name and shit, huh?
Bro,
He was Puerto Rican?
Yeah, bro, I didn't even know that shit. Like I would always see him on TV. Never
I thought he was albino or something, man.
It's crazy because like, look, the reality is like I didn't know if he was a guy or a girl. He had this weird look.
Shit, yeah.
This
But then
feminine-
again, it's like, damn, this motherfucker's really saying like when it comes to my sign, like my Kodiak sign or whatever, damn, the motherfucker's saying the truth. Like, oh shit, like, you know, like I'm
He's
feeling
hitting
this.
home with you.
Right.
Like,
So like everybody, like even my mom, my grandma, hey, cállate que Walter is coming in, like, you know, and it's crazy. It's really like like he's-
around the middle of Primer Impacto, he
yeah,
get his session.
he became so famous just by saying like just reading people's signs and stuff like that, and it was crazy. I didn't know he was that famous. I grew up watching it. Like I would
Globally?
always,
Okay.
He was
Yeah,
a global.
ladies literally wait for that.
Everybody waited like, hey, touch me,
Waiting
bro.
for
Like I
this.
want to touch you. I wanted that positive energy. I want this, and it's like, yeah, bro. Shit, that was a moment.
Do you believe in all that?
Uh,
Like the whole zodiac signs and
Not really, man.
Nah.
Nah, I did when I was younger. Yeah, but
Yeah, me too.
nah.
And it like it's to a certain degree because like they always say, oh, fucking PC or fucking
Mm-hmm.
Libra came mixed with this. I'm like, who the hell are you to say that?
Yeah.
Like,
So what's
What
your
about-
sign?
mine is Tauro.
Tauro.
Yeah.
I'm a Libra.
I'm a Taurus.
I don't
Yeah.
even know.
Tauro,
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. So it's
It
like,
seems
Oh,
like
that's a Taurus.
yeah, I'm a
Okay.
April 20th.
April 27th.
Yeah, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? April's the best
What year are
month.
you from?
So I guess
93.
Taurus like
Okay.
fucking sports because y'all are, I don't know.
Into that,
Yeah.
crazy shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
like I said, it's just like with that, it's like, yeah, you just can't go based on what people say because it's like,
What about the law of attraction? What do y'all think about the law of attraction?
I mean,
what do you think?
I think it exists. Like basically, what you put your thoughts into is
what
you're
you
gonna
put in is what you're gonna get.
Get out, yeah. I mean, that's
I don't know.
But
yeah,
then
yeah,
the-
in a way, yeah. Like karma,
Yeah.
you do good,
you're gonna
Good,
get good.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
bad is
Good,
gonna
you do
happen
get bad.
anyway. You know,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
gonna. But
but see, we got to stay prepared for. Even when we think we're living, life is beautiful, life is good. You can't get too high on your highs, and you can't get too low on your lows. You got to stay balanced.
Right.
And that's like I'm 30 years old, bro, and I'm barely like learning. You know what I'm saying? What life really is, dude. And that's why, I mean, I got to lick my wounds if something bad happens and bounce back, or what am I going to do? Bitch and moan
and complain and
mourn?
stay in that low vibration.
Nah, man, you got to keep striving, keep pushing forward, man. The marathon continues.
Exactly.
You
That's
know?
that's the way you got to look at it. It's just like, no matter what you set your goals, you got to know there's going to be the high moments, there's going to be the low moments, but always stay leveled with it.
Level, man. That's what I tell my my crews, man. When you fail, baseball's a failing sport. Don't get down on yourself. Don't, stay balanced, dude. Get in the middle, bounce back. That's what life in general, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You got to bounce back, man, because I've been through some things where I'm like, man, I'd question it, like, why? Like, but what is it that I'm doing wrong? But now it's God's plan. It's God's plan. And I know everyone doesn't believe in God or doesn't believe in, that they have their own beliefs, but I'm no one to judge, man. I'm no one to say that you're going to hell because you don't believe in God.
Right, yeah, at least you're open-minded about it.
You got to, man. You got to, man. And that's another thing that people that are, because religion, man, one thing about religion, a lot of people don't believe in it, but like religion, it's been around back in the Egypt days, back before Jesus Christ came, And so that you got to believe in something, or what do you believe in,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like blessings, prayer, all that. Like prayer moves mountains, and I stay prayed up. I stand firm on my faith, man, because I was in a dark hole, and man, I'm loving life right now, bro, for real. And it's a blessing just to be here, and wake up with another breath, another opportunity, to see greatness. It's all about it, man. Like,
and the most important part is like you woke up on time. Like you still have a whole life to live, it's like, fuck yeah. Like I said, I'm 30, bro, and I'm barely opening my eyes, man, and I'm really like soaking it all in, and learning from my mistakes. There's a lot of people say I don't never take losses. I take lessons. My L's aren't losses, or to me they're lessons, man. And you gotta if you win, you can learn something from when you win too, right?
And you can, when you lose, don't get down or don't question it. Just bounce back and keep moving forward, man, because life is too short, for real. And having the young mentality, man, because a lot of people like to think, man, when you hit your 30s, it's like, damn, you're old, you're going on the decline. It's all your state of mind, man. You can get yourself fucked up by that. So what would you say the prime years of an individual?
I would say 30.
30.
So 30 is the beginning?
Because I used to say, like, 20 to 25.
Really, if somebody can really get on their shit at 25, I think that would be better, like 25 to 35, like really that margin, balls to the wall, like no bullshit. That would be ideal, but it's hard, It's
hard when you're young, you're single, you
still want to. Like there's a lot of shit you haven't experienced, so you want, like you're kind of curious, right.
And then one thing is like try to stay away from social media as much as possible, because that can drag you into a life, like especially like Snapchat. And I've talked about this before, the vibe. And that's why you haven't seen me post a lot. I only post to promote my shit. That's it. Because I'm not worried about showing you what I'm doing. That way you can go and compete with me. I'm not worried about that shit. I'm not worried about it. Like, you went to fucking the lake with this boat and this and that. Like, I'll go on a lake in a boat. I can do the same shit, but I'm not going to show you that.
Straight up, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
With a boat and a couple hoes.
Right. So it's like, I can do the same shit, but I'm not worried about doing that. Like, I went to Turner Falls. I had a blast. And when people go and they take their beers and they want to show people, I'm here. Man, I'm having a good time. Man. Look, I had the good time. What I did is like, all right, I posted one picture. That's it. Boom. The sunset was beautiful. So I posted that. That's it. You didn't see me. I put my phone down and I just went. Had a good time. I've shifted that. The other day I was at the lake in a boat with the homies and having a good time. Same thing. Sunset picture. Boom. Took it. That's it. That's the only thing I posted. I'm not worried about posting 20 videos of me drinking and having a good time, showing you something. That way, tomorrow I'm going to go and do that and I'm going to compete. I'm going to post it to it. That's how I feel like Snapchat is. It's just a competing, like who has that better life, who has a better time. And it is, like I've shifted away. Like,
no, that's dope,
if that's you, that's fine. That do you. But I've learned like my energy shouldn't go towards this.
Don't match it.
Yeah. No, I just use it to promote my shit and, let people know, maybe say some shit, whatever. That's it.
The crazy shit is, like, for example, like you, Roy, Roy was telling me, he was like, I don't even really promote on social media. Like it's basically y'all are in the streets. Like it's not even like and that's kind of crazy, bro. Cause
word of mouth. I mean, that's really what it comes down to, you know.
And see, it got to get to that point, it didn't happen overnight.
Yeah.
That's, you know, back to
that's years of showing up every day to cut.
Patience, man, and success does not happen overnight. Roy got to the point where he's established. You know, he made a name for himself, you know, and he doesn't need to go and hand out cards or promote himself.
Yeah.
You know, every now and then I'll post a picture, but I've been slacking on that too. But yeah, it's just what's sad, bro, is people within like people that you think you're cool with, they'll be in competition with you, low key, because I've seen it.
Yeah,
you know?
it's
and it's sad, bro, that it happens like that. Because growing up, bro, one of my homeboys, he you know, he got a truck. Next thing you know, our mutual homeboy ended up trying to get a truck. Like, it's one of
bro,
them,
and the whole thing is like there is so much like I can dig deep, but it's like I like to call this the American culture, which is like the get in depth to show off to the people you don't like. Like you get in, like depth is, I like to call it the modern slavery, because we're more focused on like getting the nicer things to prove like, hey, I'm up here, man.
Right.
Like I'm you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like, bro, that truck is not yours. That car is not yours. That belongs to the bank. One of my mission is to pay my car off, and I just have a regular Honda. I want to pay that bitch off, and I want to pretend like I want to pay it off early, and I want to pretend like I'm still paying on it to stack up that money and make other moves. That's
why I love that Lucci song where he's like, legends aren't. What did he say? Basically, that legends are recognized for their work, not for what they have or what they.
Exactly.
It's like your work is gonna live forever, type of shit. You know.
Yeah, that's why I love like celebrities.
Because I wouldn't even know what fucking car Stevo drives. I wouldn't give a fuck. Because I know I'm gonna get a blurry ass fade. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't know what you drive. I don't really care. Like who gives a fuck? Like I'm more worried about like, all right. So what do you do? What do you invest your time, or what do you invest your money in? And it's like, that's the conversation I want to have to see what I can learn from you. Right. Like, what can I take? You know what I'm saying? That it's a man.
There's bigger shit out in life, bro, than just worrying about what the other individual drives, or you know, man, you know what? Handle your business, take care of that credit score, and you know, just you know, there's bigger shit, bigger fish to fry, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Like, especially them youngsters, man, because we were all young at some point.
Oh yeah.
Like,
and then I feel like, and then that barber life too. It can be easy to fuck your money up because you're getting money every day.
Every day, yeah.
Cash. So even if
no tax,
even if like you fuck it all up, the next day you still gonna be cool, and that can become a just a nightmare.
And then I still think that when you're young, get into a car payment if you want to. Like I think
that's what I did.
Right, I did it too, and that's I always encourage
that. Because that's a necessity. I mean,
right? You not only you build your credit, but you learn the responsibility of making your payments. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I always encourage, like, if you're 20, 21, whatever, get the car payment. Like that's gonna mold you, because that's your credit on the line at the end of the day.
Bro.
So like that's gonna mold you to be consistent, be disciplined, like.
It gives you a taste of that, like, real life shit.
Right. Instead of getting fucked up and like calling in for work. No, I'll get fucked up, but I gotta wake up and get this bread. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a car to pay. So it goes.
That's
but
real.
As you grow up, as you create that maturity and like you learn shit, you're like, fuck. Like, if you think about it, like a car payment is something like, we enjoy cars. Cars are, at least I enjoy cars. They're an amazing thing. They can take you from point A to B. It doesn't matter what car it is. I just always like the beauty of like, damn, this car is taking me miles to one place to another, and we all like the joy of it. Like, damn, I got my own car, I'm making my own payments on it. But at the end of the day, when you look at it at the long term, if you don't make the right moves, it's just not the same cycle. You know, your car gets sold, you go to the dealership,
man, bro,
you do a loan, and then once again you're doing the same payments. You use the car for another car, and then you're doing the same thing. So you're constantly giving the bank or the dealership
I've seen
money.
motherfuckers do that with relationships.
Yeah, but it's like, man, I think,
like, bro, that bitch is crazy, just like the last one, bro. Like,
I think it's just a lack of knowledge, man. That's what it really comes down to. And I still got a lot to learn. And right now, like, the more I learn, I just learned this like a couple of days ago. Like, man, like I always had the mentality when I got this car is like, I want to pay this motherfucker off, write it out, until I can. I don't give a fuck about these new cars that come out with this awesome technology. If it can take me to point A to point B, who gives a fuck if this Audi...
Unless you can afford it. If you can,
right, if you can afford it, exactly.
If you have like that fuck you money, fuck it.
But you can turn that shit, like if you pay off your car early, you can turn that and just pretend you're making those payments. Man, in 5 years, you can have stacked up 20K in 5 years. If you do the math right and you're patient enough and you have the discipline, then you keep that in the bank. That you keep it in the bank, it accumulates interest rate. You sell your old car, and then that interest rate you accumulated, you can get a $5,000 car. But you still have that 20K collecting interest. So you use that car for another 3 years, you sell it, and it's the same cycle. But your bank account, if you keep making those payments, you always get, it's like I like to call it the free car. I'll show you, send you guys a video, and
I want me a free car.
It's like having a free car. You get to upgrade because the more you keep that money in the bank and you keep making those payments, the bigger you get to the point where in another like 4 years you have 30K, 40K.
Yeah, bro, send me those links. I want to.
Yeah, and that shit opened my mind to the point where like, fuck. I'm a big car guy.
We were talking about that at the shop, huh? Whenever this shit was happening, we're like, bro, we got to figure out a way to fucking make some passive income that's just
that's one.
Another hustle, man. Yeah.
That's one.
Because when you get shut down, it's like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So that's like, if you can do that for 5 years, I think that's going to be like probably one of my biggest challenges to still do that, because I'm like right around the corner of paying my car, and it's like.
And how old are you?
I'm 27.
Oh, yeah, you ahead,
so,
bro.
Yeah, so like my thing was like, I'm going to pay my car off, and that's it. I'm not going to have a car payment. But then I'm like, wait a minute. And then that's when my coworker kind of talked me into it.
See, when I was seeing this, another thing I hope.
And I told AV this morning too. I was like, bro, you just paid off your car.
For real?
You should fucking pretend you still got those payments. Yeah. You still got like, because I know you're gonna ride that bitch out for 3-4 years until
exactly. How many miles you got on it?
80 something.
That ain't shit. Yeah. Like you can still put another 100,000 miles on that bitch, like easily, if you could take good care of it, oil change, this and that. But if you keep pretending like you have a car payment, bro,
no drinking and driving.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah.
If don't get no DUIs, youngsters. Don't do it,
bro.
It is not worth it.
Listen to me.
I got 2 back to back. It is not worth it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, see, I have one, and I feel fuck.
Yeah, I was 19 and 20 and 21. It is not worth it.
I wasn't even 21 yet, bro. Either I was 20.
Man, you got lucky too, because it can get to the point once you get that second DUI, I'll be like, man, you ain't getting your license back. Like, you can't even drive.
But
I
know some motherfuckers that got like 6, 7 of them. I'm like, how the fuck, bro? Like
that top notch lawyer, man.
Fuck.
Yeah. Nah, but like you were saying, man, about that whole you just put me up on some game for real, because I didn't know shit about credit till like when I was like 24, bro. And this is shit that I feel like our schools, public schools, need to teach rather than some.
But they don't want us. They don't want us. That's the thing. They don't want us to.
Well, and see, that's the cool thing about
bro.
Building a platform. We can do this shit. You know, tell people like, what we fucking know.
Oh yeah, because I didn't get. I bought my first car at 22, Cadillac STS, under my name. No mommy and daddy co-sign, none of that, under my name. And you know, interest they hit me because I'm a first time buyer and I'm young, bro. So like,
I think you just got to live with it.
And you wanted a caddy, so they're like,
I had to grind and cut a lot of heads and shit, make payments, bro. Like it just one of them things, man. You got to know what you're doing with how you spend and you know what you spend on, because a lot of shit. Like me, bro. I used to, damn near every morning I walk in with Starbucks. Bro, I had to cut it out because I was spending over $100 a month.
Bro, it's crazy.
And eating outside in general, like for me, like.
Bro, being at the fucking shop is crazy sometimes.
You don't realize.
Because you're like, let's go get some micheladas. And then, let's go eat. And then the dude with the shorts comes in, so you buy some shorts. And then by the time you leave,
you spend $60.
Man,
you're like, la verga.
If you spend about $20
I can't even spend money today.
If you spend $20 a day eating outside, that's like around $300 to $400 a month. That is fucking ridiculous.
Let's not mention the fucking weed. Oh boy.
So like
habits.
I think it's trying to control all that. The Starbucks thing can be very, because it's caffeine, which I've noticed I'm addicted to caffeine, at least in the mornings. I like to have like either a Nas or a fucking coffee, or like I like that, like, all right, let's get this morning started.
Yeah.
Hey, acceptance is the first step, but it's all right.
No, I know. And then I was like, the other day I'm like, damn, I have a caffeine addiction. Yeah. But it's not bad where it's like like I'll just drink one. That's like one Nas and maybe like later on a Starbucks coffee. That's it.
Just being more aware, bro, because.
But that shit can add up. $5 coffees and shit at Starbucks.
Yeah.
Like that shit is overpriced. It's good, but shit.
Oh yeah, how I found out that I was
telling you,
addicted, I'd get headaches.
Yeah.
When
bro,
they
when
call it the caffeine withdrawal or some shit.
Yeah,
like,
it could
I
be.
I had a headache, man. I try to cut through, and I'm like, man, what the hell is wrong with me? At first, shit, I needed glasses, so I thought that's, and then shit, caffeine. I got me some Starbucks. Next thing you know, my shit went away. And I asked my lady, like,
Josie said, the Stevo Chronicles, right?
Oh shit, man! It could be a thing, man. That rush that you get and like you're fucking ready to fucking conquer the world, but then when that shit is over, you're like, oh shit, you either get the headache or you fucking crash.
Yeah. Bro, yesterday I shared a thing on Facebook that said, fuck, I accidentally got really fat. That's the real shit, bro. Like you get in the habit and you're like, oh shit, why am I'm eating late at night every fucking night. That's why I'm getting fat as fuck.
Yeah, bro. And
it's so easy to build bad habits,
and that
bro.
shit happens in a blink of an eye, cause like you shared another picture that like I think you were hella young, bro. Like, and it was like 2017. I'm like, you were like slim and shit. Like, whoa, what the fuck? This was like 2 years ago. Like, what the fuck? Like, it happened quick. Like, within a matter of like
2 years of just like no gym,
Yeah.
partying, fucking
happens,
eating
man.
out, basically bad habits.
Back when I was 19, 20, 21, man, that was probably the most physically I felt like a damn machine, bro. Like I was weighing 200, the weight that I was putting up, and then like I don't know, I just like plateaued, bro, and I don't know, I got lazy, and I was like, fuck, I don't need the gym, So as time goes on, I turned 30 and I look back and I'm like, damn, I was that swole motherfucker. And then, like, as of now, I got to get my ass back in the gym, man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I remember when you were beasting in the gym.
Yeah,
that was
bro.
around the time off of I-240 in Santa Fe or Walker.
The Pioneer.
Yeah, bro.
I
bro.
missed that goal.
I'd go like, 5, 6 in the morning. I'd see AV up
you
there.
and
Like, okay.
Going that motherfucker.
I think it's what you got to do, because I think we're all past that phase where we're like gym rats and shit. Like
it's about being healthy now.
I think that's
lifestyle, huh?
Exactly, because like I mentioned this in the previous podcast. Like I'm a hard gainer, fast metabolism. Whatever I eat, I'll just shit it right through.
Right.
And that used to frustrate me as a person that wants to gain weight, build a lot of muscle, and like I wanted to be 200 flat.
You got that lean look though.
So it's like at this point, like I've let that shit go because I'm athletic. I can run fast, jump pretty high, and play decent basketball. So I don't want to lose that shit.
I heard you be traveling in the court though.
Nah, people be hating, bro.
You played basketball. What, like you didn't play collegiate, or did you lose?
Man, the thing with that,
passion?
bro, it wasn't about losing the passion. Is I never had the parents to back it up. My dad was never in the picture, and then my mom had a serious alcohol problem. So
I got you.
I'm over here. I used to shout out to my homie Anthony, man, childhood best friend, man, and I used to see him all the time, go to the tournaments and stuff. And his mom would always take him, and he would be engaged and shit. And I'd see that shit, and I'm like, as I'm throwing, like, because used to have a hoop in the street, and I'm playing barefooted. Fuck it, pica piedra, Flintstones type. You know what I'm saying? And I look, and I'm like, I would always say, I gotta go to the game and this and that. I'm like, fuck, damn. I always be like, But then when I would go try out with his team, because his mom invited me and shit. I was like, oh hell yeah. The age difference, I couldn't fit in.
So how old were you?
I was it was crazy because like I was probably like 15, and he was 14, and he would turn 15 in November. But there was a certain period that I couldn't make the team because I considered, I guess, a year older. So if it was like April, May, I was fucked, and I was like, fuck.
Oh, the cutoff.
The age restriction and shit. So I was like, oh, fuck. Damn. So that really crushed my dreams, and it's like, because when you get into sports, this, man. Like, you got to have a solid, like, your parents.
Got to.
Either mother or
That's
father.
A must.
That's a must.
That's
like,
a
if
must.
you look back at the stories and, like, NBA players, Dwayne Wade, I think he only had his mom but they had him all the time, like taking him to games and sacrificing,
bro.
right? You know what I'm saying? So you have to have that
yes,
parent.
sir.
That's like your anchor. Like that's like the you know what I'm saying?
And this is what I say: as committed as you want your son to be, the parents got to even be more committed.
Right. They
For
know.
real. And
I didn't know where the games were. I didn't know where to go. I didn't, you know what I'm saying?
That's
That's
real,
the
bro.
parents' drop, like, to, like, motivate me. Let's go. Let's do this. I didn't have that. So that's where, like, that basketball dream just phased away.
And that was here in Puerto Rico?
Puerto Rico.
Okay.
And I had to be cool with it. I had to understand the situation and not get frustrated and be like, fuck. You know, like, it's just what it is. Like, maybe, you know, my mom had her reasons of being in that alcoholic state. She was able to fight it and beat the alcohol, you know, because that's it's fucking crazy.
Bro.
But I was, you know, and in that sense, I was mature enough to understand the situation. Like, okay, it's not meant to be. So it's like, I'm not in the perfect situation. But at the end of the day, bro, I think I like to do it like recreational. I'm back in the arenas. They just started.
Yeah, man. I remember when I first seen him. I'm like, who's this little lefty? What?
Let me ask you, were you playing it, or you were just being the captain of the team back in the day when
I was somewhat the captain. I'm the one that put it together.
Because I remember, man, I played like 2 or 3. Like, I hope this time around they're better, because what really killed them is, like, they were like, everything was just a mess as far as, like, scheduling and, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it's like, now I win, it felt pretty good. It was.
Are you on a team?
I'm on a team, yeah.
What division?
I have no idea, bro. I just got in there. They told me to
with
play.
Who? What's the
I'm
team
with,
name?
I really don't know. I'm with Crazy Mike.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He recruited me, so I'm on his team.
Y'all gonna be rocking them Supreme threads.
Yeah, and we just sponsored them too. So the half court logo is gonna be right here, small, and it looks clean.
Oh, that's sick, bro.
I was like, yeah.
Shout out to Mike. Mike, man, you know what it is?
Yeah,
hey,
Crazy Mike, man.
He knows about young Chop on the court. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Man, it felt good to be back, because I've been wanting, like I said, I'm just trying to. You know, the athleticism, that's going to go away. So I'm just trying to take advantage and enjoy the sports I love, which is basketball.
Got you.
And
man, bro,
you're not going to be pro and shit, but you enjoy it, you know?
To do it, to sweat.
It's
you know
sweat,
what I'm saying?
you know, and I keep that balance.
Have something to do, man. And that's the thing, like so Hector, he invited me to go play and, you know, hop on a team. Or they're like, man, you need to hop on the team, bro. Like,
what heck?
Hector.
Yeah.
He be hooping.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Fifth. Shout out Fifth. Yeah. So with my son's baseball schedule, it kind of makes it hard. It interferes,
and
bro.
at that point, you're like,
it's a no-brainer.
Right.
Of course, I'm gonna be at the ballpark.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I'm the type, bro. I don't like leaving people hanging. That's a big no-no. That's a pet peeve of mine. Like, communication is key. So, like, I'm gonna tell you straight. If I can't make it, I can't make it. Why sugarcoat it? Why bullshit?
Exactly.
And so. That's, man, as of now, man, I'm trying to slowly but surely, man, I'm going to get back in there, get back in rhythm, get my lungs, my conditioning back, and I'm going to go after it. I'm 30, bro, and I don't, like you said, bro, we got to take advantage of these years because they fly by.
You don't want to be old and look back and be like, damn,
bro.
Man, why did I take advantage of?
Exactly,
because we like to, like, look, when you play a game, you're going to feel beat up. I mean, you're fucking running back and forth, but take care of your body, drink the water. Like, that's what I did after the game, man. I played the game, and then I went downtown and played, like, some just street ball, because my brothers was like, man, you got me pumped. I played
You
trash.
got conditioning.
Yeah, so I played. It wasn't my best game, but I was like, fuck it. I'm not going to look at it the negative. It's been a minute since I played a tournament. I was gassed the fuck out. And I was like, just let's go play downtown. And we played, and I was just trying to create that conditioning. But then after that, what I did is drank a lot of water. I used, like, the icy rubbed it on my knees, just relaxed. And then, like, go back at it again. You know, the next day I was ready to hoop again, like, if I wanted to.
Yeah. So what's your main attribute, your strongest attribute on, you know, when it comes to hooping?
I think speed is one. When I get the ball, like a rebound, and I just take off, like, you're not going to catch me. That's one. And I'm a driver, so, like...
you got a nice little shot. I seen your release.
Yeah, I'm working on that. That's why I try to keep a balance within working out and hooping, because if you work out fully, that's what I was doing back. I lost my jump shot, so I had to get back to it to keep that balance, because when you lift weights, it's muscle memory. It fucks with it bad.
It throws it off, man.
Yeah, so, like,
either too much, or, you know, you're trying to, like, baby it in there with a hit front iron. Yeah,
man, I got back to that point where it's like, man, I don't have that same drive when it comes to the gym as, like, gym rat, fucking get big and eat fucking, you know. I'm like, I'll go and work out to feel good, and then, like, obviously improve. Like, I want to obviously be stronger.
Get stronger and shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's not a priority. Like, if I miss a day because I got a podcast to do, like today I had a podcast to do, or
you don't beat yourself up about it.
Or I'm like, and I try to fit one hooping day at least a week. One hooping day. Like, right, there's a Thursday or whatever. I'm like, It's
That's
hooping
what's
day.
up.
Fuck that. I'll rotate. Like I work sometimes three times a week, 2 times a week, 4 times a week. It varies. Like it just, but I work out. You know, I keep that balance, and I think that's eventually, like at least you that you say you want to get back to it, like once or twice, 3 times a week. If you can find that rhythm and also incorporate the hooping, at least just some regular like street ball, man. Just go. You know what I'm saying?
And
like
see, it don't really have to
You'll
be
feel good.
hooping volleyball. Shit, I
You'll
love
feel
playing
good.
volleyball.
Yeah, you'll
Doing
feel
some,
good.
putting the body through something, like I said, sweat.
Exactly.
You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? Like,
Roy
be
said,
active.
I have to get ready to even go sweat. 'Cause fuck, bro.
It's a mental thing, bro. Like
I went running last week, like 3 days, and the first day, oh my fucking
How'd you feel?
God, bro. Like shit. I mean, afterwards I felt good, of course, but during it, I was miserable, bro, because I'm fat right now. So I was like, when I was going up the fucking bridge, I could just feel everything like moving and shit.
Where'd you run? Like, how many miles or what?
It was probably like a mile.
Oh,
it was probably
okay.
like a mile, bro.
the baby steps to
baby
get
steps,
back
bro,
into it.
bro.
Yeah.
It was
I mean,
weird though. It gets better. Like the first one
But-
was uncomfortable, and then the next day I was
Bro,
like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go again."
That
And then
shit,
it just-
that shit just
it's all
fuels me,
mental.
bro. Like even me seeing like the other day I saw Ofo snap. He was like morning run. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh shit, because I'm used to seeing this nigga with a beer and like having a blast and shit. So like when I see him run, I'm like, at least he's keeping that
Good.
balance.
Yeah.
That's good. Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
like get it. You know what I'm saying?
Sweat
That
out
shit-
all them sins, boy.
so that shit fuels me. It's the same thing when I learned about this whole car situation and like the finances. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna pass this to AV. I'm gonna pass this to whoever's around me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
that way it's more.
exactly. Like I want, like as soon as I see my brothers, they're fucking young, they're stupid. All right, I'm gonna give them the knowledge. Like y'all should do this, cause trust me. Like yeah, you can get the first payment, but when you get the first like car payments and stuff, once you pay that off, you should do this. That way you can just cruise through life and not fucking struggle. And
Hey, you know, man, one dude, bro, that really stands out to me on like how he carries himself and how just, you know, how he
How it
thinks.
moves.
David Vargas, man. He's I asked him the other day, man, like how old are you? He said 23. Right, he's 23.
23.
Man, bro, I was like, wow.
Mature
like,
as
He's
fuck,
on a
bro.
different
bro,
level.
like
He's
you,
really,
you,
yeah.
you scratching, you're not even scratching the surface, bro. And I told him, I'm like, that cutting hair really saved my life. To keep it 100, it really did. Because a pair of clippers, if it wasn't for a pair of clippers, man, I don't know what I'd be doing, bro. For real, I'd probably be, I don't know, selling drugs, some stupid
Some
shit,
kinda,
bro.
yeah.
Yeah. And so that was like my escape. Like, man, this is it. I gotta go for this, and I haven't looked back. But with David, I told him like, bro, you're so talented and so gifted. Like, even
do-
tattooing, bro.
you
I
could do
think
whatever
bro.
the
And,
fuck you
and
want.
just the way he thinks, like. I'm like, man, bro, cutting hair, man, don't settle for that, dude. Like,
Go above and
yeah,
beyond.
go
And
above and
he
beyond,
said it
bro.
for like the past probably 2 years. He's like, I don't want to cut hair forever, bro. He's like, I mean,
He's
he's like, it's
young.
just something I'm good at, and I fell on it, you know. But like
It's a stepping stone.
Yeah.
You know, it's a stepping stone, and that's back to what I said, man. It's a marathon, dude, and it's not. I mean, to me, right now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a victim of being comfortable, or how do you say that?
yeah, staying in the comfort zone.
Being in
and
the
like,
comfort zone. I'm
and
not
just-
gonna lie. I'll keep it 100. I'm a victim of that right now. Why? Because right now is provide, you know, and day by day, when God wakes me up, is I gotta provide for my family.
Well-
After that, everything will take care of itself. David, he's kidless, you know. He's young, 23.
But
That's what I was
would
saying
you call
earlier.
it though a comfort zone in your situation? Because the way I see it is like
What-
you still like obviously you still doing the barber thing and you've been doing it for years, but you're also putting that energy into your kids because that's a sacrifice. I've even thought about it. Like if
Okay,
I
so-
were to have a kid, I'm going full on the basketball. Like here,
Okay.
1 year old here,
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah,
gonna sacrifice a lot of my shit so I can take him to his games,
Right,
practice,
right.
and that's a sacrifice, and that's something that you go out of it's something that you go out of your comfort zone to do because it takes a lot. As a parent, like I admire the fuck because not only it's money, you got to spend money on the
Right,
know
right.
the
And then like you miss out
And then
money
the
because
time.
sometimes you can't be at the shop.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, so,
I mean,
like,
that point,
it's like
I can dig that, but when I say I'm comfortable, I'm talking about like people be like, man, Stevo, like you don't have a shop yet, bro. Like, but what are you waiting on? Or you're long
Yeah.
overdue of having your shop, and that's the last thing I'm worried about is opening up a shop. me personally, I don't want to open up a shop, and I eventually, I don't know, God knows, but I want to get into, you know, property, you know, real estate, and, you know, the big bucks,
right,
bro.
right.
Because owning a shop is cool, but I don't want a small business. To put it out like
man,
that, you know, and see, I don't know that everyone has their own, you know, their own avenue, but me, I think there's different revenues to, you know.
Well,
And I think that's a good thing that you're able to know when to say no. Like that could be the easy thing for you to do, probably. Like open up a shop, get little 6 chairs in there, get some niggas in there, and collect that booth rent or whatever. But
and see, I want a training facility. You know what I'm saying, with acres.
Yeah.
You know, multi sports facility, man. That's
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, what does Oklahoma need? You know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know there's travel teams, there's different sports, AAU basketball, baseball, all that, bro. Wrestling, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm brainstorming, bro, and I know people say or question, why don't you have your own shop? Well, I got bigger things, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna rush it. I'm gonna be patient with it. At the same time, I'm gonna be handling my business with my kids and my family.
And that's good, man. Like you know that you're not gonna throw that responsibility on yourself if that's not what you truly want.
Right, right.
Yeah.
My plate is full, man. My plate is full right now.
And when you want to invest, because like the thing with the small businesses is like, it can either go 2 ways. You can expand and create like a chain and an empire from it, or you can stay stuck to it. You can stay stuck to it to the point where you like can't do shit. You can't go on vacation because I used to work at a call center, and right by the call center, I was working there for 8 months, and right by the call center was a burger place. It was a mom and pop burger place, and I would go there most of the time, and it's the same person, the same like the owner. And I'm like, damn, for the 8 months I was going, like I wouldn't go every day, but I would go like and always see the same, like, and I'm like, damn, like he doesn't have anybody running. It's like him from start to end. And it kind of felt like, and it looks like he was he hated life because he would greet you like, what do you want? You know what I'm saying?
You can tell right away,
and then
man.
you can tell they're locked in.
As robot mode at that point.
Right.
They're just
they're
like
locked in.
They're programmed. They're programmed,
so,
bro. And that,
like if he wanted to go on vacation, he doesn't have a staff he can trust because he's the staff.
Yeah,
and
man.
Like
he don't have the freedom.
He doesn't have that freedom to like, all right, I can go on vacation. And I know, like,
I think that happens to a lot of like older people because they, for example, like let's say my dad, he always dreamed of having his own business, so it's like he feels happy at the fact that he just has his own shit. Like nobody can tell him nothing. Nobody can. So a lot of people settle for that because this is way better than having a 9 to 5. So they're like, almost they feel like they made it whenever they get to that point. But it's like you got to keep.
It's depending on that mentality because maybe for that in that stage.
And then it's my bad. Another thing is you never know what that person is going through. So they might have just lost a passion for that. Because I've seen that happen to barbers, bro. Like they'll be cold. I've had and then like 2 years later, they're worse than what they were. Right. So I'm like, what could have happened there? Like that person lost that spark. They lost that.
So what's success? What to y'all? What is success?
I think success is happiness,
balance, and peace.
Happiness. That's what it really.
But
comes down to.
that's broad. Saying happiness. Well, happiness is like
like me, I don't like. I used to wanting to become like famous and like fucking have all this, crazy following and this and that. And as I grow up and I realize like that ain't shit. That you see these people with fame and
overrated, huh?
Overrated, depression, suicide thoughts, and this and that. And to me, it's like I want to be financially free to the point where like one of my goals is
that's a good one right there,
financially free, right? But I want to travel too because I feel like, God created this world, right? And there's so many beautiful places. So at least one of my goals is to explore it and be like, damn, I was able to visit this place, this whatever, if it's a beach or this antique thing that they created, like Egypt, like those places, like that to me is like one of my ultimate goals is like to travel and like fucking obviously just create a family when it's time and stuff like that. But I think traveling is one of the big things because bro, it's sad to hear
independence, and that's another one too. Being able to be independent, like to where like nobody can really tell you like as you're fired or shit like that. That's a big one. That's a big one to me.
Yeah, but to me it's like seeing people that been in like, I've lived in Oklahoma my whole life. I haven't been anywhere. Like
that's me right there.
And that's what I'm telling you, bro. Like, yes, you're still young, but don't fucking think that because you're still young. I mean, maybe it's not your priority. That's one thing I've noticed.
The thing
like,
with me, I wanted to set my foundation here. That way, like, the way I always looked at it is like, what the fuck am I going to be traveling and doing all this when I'm not even, like, set yet?
Right.
Like,
but get at least
like,
a taste.
I'm going to be on a fucking cruise and then I'll be
Well, not the
like,
cruise. I don't.
I only got $200 or I only got, you know, like, when I go out, I want to be able to be, like carefree, like whatever amount we gotta spend, right. Instead of being on a budget and all that peasant shit. Yeah. Like I don't.
Yeah, I see it like clearly. Like I get your point because I definitely want to be in that.
I guess I feel like that was more important shit before I went and traveled and did all that. Like
bigger priorities.
Yeah. I feel like just going and fucking enjoying that shit. Like I want to go back to Puerto Rico. I haven't been there for like 2 years now. And I want to get to the habit where at least every year I'm traveling at least once to my land, you know?
Damn, that's 2 years. That ain't bad. Or what was prior to that? Prior to that, how long did you go?
Well, I've been here for 5 years now, so it's like 3 years, yeah. So, but us, bro, like, especially like, it's something that we're attached to the island, bro. Like, we have to like fucking go back. And one of my goals also is to own a property down there, especially if it's close to the beach where I can go for a month and be like, fuck everything. I'm gonna go there for a month. But then I want to get to that point where I come back and I'm like, I'm excited to get back to work. And I know that I'm good financially because I calculated everything and I have my multiple sources of income.
That's what AV was saying, yeah.
Right.
But si no voy a ir a Nueva York, güey, no voy a tener ni maruchan toda la verga en la casa.
Fucking homeless and shit. Goddamn. But I feel like to a certain degree, bro, like I feel like you have to like. When was the last time you traveled?
I'm telling you, I've never fucking left.
You went to LA to shoot a music video.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess that was, but it was.
And it was work, and it was just like simple shit. I feel like to the point where I like, bro, let's like randomly like, fucking let's.
Of course, right. I just finished. I just finished school and shit, so that was my plan this year. Like, do South by Southwest, do all this other shit, but. Shit, we'll get to it. What about you? What's your
I think that's
definition of success?
You hit it on the nail, man. The financial freedom. Not worrying about like, man, I gotta do this to take care of
having the multiple sources of income.
It's a peace of mind, bro. You know, like, you know what? Let's go take a vacay.
Exactly.
Don't even pack. Let's just
we'll buy Yeah, that's the shit, man. Yeah. Fuck, that's the ultimate goal.
And being healthy. You know, a lot of people overlook the body, bro, like your organs.
That's our fucking
being healthy,
card,
man.
basically. That's
bro. It's our engine, bro. We must take care of it, bro. Like, you know, in a car, you got to do the maintenance twice a year. Damn near check the oil, all that. Same with the body, man. Like, to me, success is being healthy and you know, being financial free. Like, and that's
the big one.
Yeah, with the whole healthy thing, mentally, like mentally, that's a big one too. Because I feel like a lot of people
mentally,
they fucking suppress like. We're so focused on getting that success level or that status that we neglect the mental. We're just like, fuck it.
And man, bro, I agree.
I'll pop half of this little ting and I'll finish this edit right quick.
I think the eating is one of the most important parts, especially when you have these surroundings of fast foods and shit like that, and then like, you know. You're craving a burger, and then when you're sad you want to eat because you're sad, and when you're bored you want to eat. Like, there's so many, and then the quick thing is the unhealthy shit. Like,
it's almost like you gotta hypnotize yourself to not be a bitch. Like, that's really what it is. Because sometimes I'm like, I'm driving or something, and then I'm like, I did it earlier, bro. I was about to pull into McDonald's and get me a little McFlurry. I had just smoked the blunt, so I was like, that sounds bomb right now. But then
you talk yourself out of it?
Yeah, bro.
What did you do though? What helped you to?
What'd you tell yourself?
I don't want to be fat no more. So I was like,
man, see, that's my problem right now, dude. Eating them burritos from Doña Nena. Them masala burritos, bro. I've been on them.
Well, and that's the thing, bro. They're at the shop.
No, that ain't.
I think we got excited for a while, so like, bro, I was getting heartburn like a bitch because we were eating like salsas.
Bro, that's the thing,
every
bro.
day
Our fucking
something.
food, bro, because like, you know, you have the hot sauces and you have like carne asada, and then like if you go to Puerto Rico, it's all fried shit. So it's like, fuck. That's something you got to keep in mind too. You don't want to have diabetes. You don't want to have like all these hard
health. Big one, bro.
Like, that's I don't know who I was telling. I was like, in a way, I'm glad I left Puerto Rico because by the time I probably would have had diabetes or some shit, or fucking cholesterol, or fucking
or
blood
like
pressure.
imagine having like a fucking badass house by the beach, and then like you can't even go because you got diabetes.
You can't
or
enjoy
you're-
it.
yeah,
Right.
like,
So
you're just
first
like-
of all, I lacked of knowledge back in the day, so I would just eat all these fried shit and this and that because it's good. So like leaving Puerto Rico in a way was a good thing because like now I have pretty good knowledge about nutrition and all that good jazz, and then now coming here gave me this mentality I didn't have to hustle even more because I always had that hustle mentality and like I wanted to do shit, but it's easier said than done, right? Because a lot of people can say, hey, I want to be rich, I want to be successful, but what are you doing?
The
How are you
United-
gonna do it? Yeah.
How are you gonna
Yeah.
do it? Exactly. Like it's easy to say.
How, Sway? How?
It's
Yeah.
easy to say. Like, man, I've had homies that said it from the beginning I got here. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. What are they doing? They're not doing it.
The United
It's-
States is kind of like the playing field, basically. Like, if you're not fucking ready to, it's like fading up for barbers. Like, if you step into the barbershop and it's like, it might be
Like,
a little intimidating
I had a
because
homie.
you're eating with the lions.
I had a homie that was clowning me because it's like, nah, now you're not into fitness anymore. Now you're doing the next thing. What is it? The YouTube thing and this and that. I'm like, I'm gonna keep doing it and I'm gonna keep trying until I figure it out, motherfucker. If I phase into a different thing, I'm gonna keep doing it.
That
until I
sounds like a
figure it
hater,
out.
bro. Get rid of that. That cat.
He's not in the picture
Dry
anymore.
hating for real.
Yeah, so it's like, cause they'll say it joking, but then you're like, come on.
Oh man, those
Right.
are the ones you gotta watch out for.
So
man.
it's like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm like, bro,
Hey, they say that they get at you with the jokes, like with the watch the
Yeah.
jokes.
right. But that's
Oh, yeah.
the thing. I told him and I shut him down with this. I was like, I do it. I say it and I do it, right? You said, because he said the same. Like he said, oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I was like, you said it, but I haven't seen you do
Yeah.
it. You ain't talk, bro. Like you just full of shit, you know. So
All
yeah.
I'm gonna say, man, is y'all too, man, for real. It's a pleasure, and I'm humbled and honored to be on the show, for real, man, for being part of the movement. And what y'all two are doing right now is something special, bro, for real. Y'all keep striving and fuck what a hater got to say.
Real
Straight
shit.
up, man,
Yep.
for real.
That's facts
Y'all
right
got my
there, bro.
support, man, for real, from Fading Up, Southside to all the Fading Ups, bro.
Yeah, I
For real.
appreciate that,
we
man.
appreciate that, brother. But yeah, man, we've been here for an hour and 31 minutes, man.
Yeah, man, we could go longer, man, but
I know, I feel you, man. You're a busy man, but we do appreciate you. I think we talked
most
about
definitely a part two, AV, for real.
Yes, sir.
Exactly,
Yes, sir.
bro. Yes. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen. Stevo here will leave all his information where they can find you, brother, if they want to get a hold of your cuts or.
So Facebook, Stevo, the Barber, DA, the Barber, Instagram, Head Chopper 405, and Snapchat, Head.Chopper.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen.
Or
So-
slide through the motherfucking shop.
The
Yep.
shop, baby.
South side. Boom.
Yeah.
We out.